LG Electronics kicks off Life's Good, an experience happiness project on the International Day of Happiness, which was celebrated this week, which has people asking, how do we drop the stress and get happy? Well, Dr. Emiliana R. Simon Thomas from the Greater Good Science Center is here to share the habits and skills to reduce stress and create sustainable happiness at any age. Okay, that sounds perfect, doctor, but also a little, maybe a little overwhelming in a way. How are we able to obtain this? What are some tips you have to kind of kick off the segment?
At the Greater Good Science Center, it's our mission to cover, support, and report on science that highlights how important our social connections, our tendency towards generosity, and our sense of belonging in a community are to our happiness and health, and also to the potential for a kinder and more compassionate society. And it's our pleasure to have partnered with LG Electronics on the LG Experience Happiness Initiative. And what this initiative has done is distilled from the science of happiness 6 sustainable happiness skills and describe them at length for teachers and teens, and accompanied with activities and practices that that teachers and teens can engage in their classrooms to build this foundation of sustainable happiness.
Well, I love that you're bringing teachers in on this, and especially with these 6 tips, like you put them. So what are some of the 6? Can we quickly go through them, or at least give us an idea of what you're talking about?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we study happy people, we look at what it is that's going on in their lives and what kinds of characteristics they have that are tied to their happiness level, their greater happiness levels. And then we say, oh, well, if that's what is connected to happiness, we can also offer these opportunities to others who would like to boost their happiness. So the 6 skills are positive outlook, purpose, mindfulness, human connection, generosity, and gratitude. And to give an example of a skill, I'll start with mindfulness, because it's so important to our capacity to handle and manage stress productively. And teens today are particularly vulnerable to stress. In fact, 2 out of 3 teens in the U.S. are experiencing unhealthy levels of stress. So in a moment of anxiety, here's a skill you can use. Take a deep and calming breath where you fill your chest with air, and when you breathe out more slowly than you're breathing in. Sounds simple, but it turns out when you extend that out breath and breathe out more slowly than you're breathing in, you engage systems in your body that signal safety and trust and motivate you to reach out to others for support. And that orientation is one of resilience and channeling that kind of anxiety and stress towards something that's potentially productive and aligned with your sense of purpose, and also strengthens your human connections. Another pillar is gratitude, and one of the skills for getting better at gratitude is to actually say thank you more often to the people who are contributing goodness to your life. And when you say thank you, describe what it is that they did, explain how it helped you, and acknowledge the effort that they put into it. And doing this leads to greater relationship satisfaction, greater happiness, and strengthens relationships in a way that, again, contributes to your sense of resilience to stress.
I must admit, those are tips that we really can grasp. So thank you for that. Those are great tips. Where can people go, though, for more information if they want to continue to learn about those 6 things?
So to get more in-depth descriptions of each of the 6 sustainable happiness skills and the practices that help us build them, you can go to lgexperiencehappiness.com.
Doctor, thank you so much. I think this is a very timely subject and one that I'm glad you shared with us today.
Well, it's a privilege to be able to share it, and it means a lot to me to offer these resources to people in the nation. So thank you very much.
You're so welcome.